everyone. It's Madison James here, and this is my favorite time of the year, the month of October, as we shine a light on pink, celebrating all the families, the men and the women who are battling breast cancer and going through breast cancer. And this year, we've teamed up with an amazing organization. You've seen us do some stuff with them, especially with their 5K, Go Gen Go, which is a local nonprofit right here in the Charlotte area, and they help amazing families go through this breast cancer journey. Speaking of that, I'm so happy to have Stellina on here. How are you?
Hi, Madison. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good. Well, we're just going to jump right into it. You came from Pensacola, Florida, so I guess you left the heat and you wanted to have seasons. Talk about your move to the Carolinas, because you're in Fort Mill currently right now. Talk about that move and how you got here.
Yes, I originally from Pensacola, Florida. I joined the Air Force on active duty after college. So I moved around a little bit, Texas, Mississippi at one point, Nebraska. Then I found my way back to Pensacola. And then
they didn't put you in any fun spaces, Stellina. I'm not hearing fun. I'm hearing middle of nowhere. No. Thank you for serving our country, but you know what I mean. I have friends that are served too. They're like, girl, if I could just get, oh my gosh.
Right. Yeah. No, I didn't get any cool places like Hawaii or Italy or anywhere like that, unfortunately. But about 7.5 years ago, I moved up here and have made this place, the Fort Mill, Charlotte area, my home. And I really love it here.
Awesome. Well, let's get into it, because COVID, not only with it being a pandemic, COVID also did something that shifted everything in your life, your family. Can you talk about your breast cancer diagnosis that you found out during COVID?
Yes. So I was working full time. I also had my last child at that point, and I was nursing him. He just turned 7 years old, by the way. I was nursing him, finishing up the year of nursing, and noticed a lump in my breast. And I scheduled an appointment with my primary care provider. She felt the lump, and we thought, of course, it's just due to normal breast changes during nursing. She said, well, maybe we'll just go ahead and schedule a mammogram in a couple months, just to double check to be safe. And after I got to that mammogram appointment, I knew straight away that there was cancer there in my breast, in the lump, because the technician said, can you move a little bit sideways so I can get a better picture of your little friend in there? And so soon thereafter that, I got more testing done, all scans, and determined that it was stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. And by that point, it had already traveled from the initial tumor in the breast to my liver, lungs, brain, and bones, skeletal system. Mm-hmm. So, and it was a fast-moving cancer, and I was physically unable to walk 100 yards without having to stop and sit down on the ground and take a break. It was truly difficult, and it was hard in the beginning.
Now, was this after you found out that you had breast cancer, like previously before then? Any symptoms, like you were tired, but your mom, she's got 4 beautiful babies, 3 girls, 1 boy. Was there anything through the pregnancy that you were like, man, this little guy right here is just draining everything out of me? Was it something different where you're like, something's off, but you just maybe chalked it up to, well, maybe it's just that's just how this pregnancy is going?
There actually was, looking back, hindsight, my son would only nurse on one side. So it ended up being the other side that the tumor was on. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. But looking back, he would not nurse from the breast that had the lump in it.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's sometimes we don't think about those things when we're handled challenges. But, when you think about that, somehow with nature and the baby, just like, this is not giving me what I need to go over here. And you're just like, well, I guess the baby likes this one instead of the other one. Well, let's not fast forward, because you're still thriving and you're making it through. But talk about What was that like when you had to tell your family, and then the treatment? Was it because you postpartum, all these things going on? Like how was that?
It was very difficult at first. I did share at my job. I shared it with my family. I shared it with my neighbors, so everyone was aware and they knew what was going on. A couple of times, the ambulance came had to pick me up, and I was in the ICU for a long while. Had to be on supplemental oxygen for 24/7 hours a day for 6 months straight, which
Mm-hmm.
was very tough. And during COVID, I ended up not being able to have any visitors. So my family started, they were visiting me regularly, but after COVID was going on, nobody could visit me. So that was very lonely to add to everything else going on. All of my family, friends, coworkers, and even strangers were very, very supportive, and I felt all the love. It was I just felt very blessed to have that support.
Well, how did you find out about Go Gen Go? Like everybody's got these different stories. I was Googling, or a friend told me, like, how did you find about this amazing organization?
Yes, thank you for asking. One of my chemo nurses mentioned the nurse navigator at Atrium Health. And so I contacted her and she provided me with a list of resources. And that's how I found Go Gen Go.
And talk about some of the amazing things they've been able to help you, and financially, also with your kids, because the kids are going through it too. Everybody goes through it. It's just not the person who is diagnosed. You got your co-survivors, and that's your family, and that's your nucleus. So can you talk about like what resources that Go Gen Go does provide?
Yes, and my kids are younger, by the way. So Go Gen Go has helped us tremendously through their patient assistant program that I applied to. They were able to help me with just paying gas, paying groceries, paying my utility bills, things like that. Also, for Operation Spread the Joy, that's another program where they were able to provide Christmas gifts for my children, and they actually brought them to the door and in the house, and the kids
Oh,
were so surprised and so elated. It was a very happy time, and I'm so grateful for that, and they are too. And also, through the Mood Williams Camp Scholarship Fund, Go Gen Go was able to make sure that my kids were able to attend volleyball camp and tennis camp over the summers.
oh, that is amazing. Just using activities, to make sure, their world is as normal as possible with the new changes. So now we're into 2025. Can you tell us kind of like where you are now, how you are, thriving as someone with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer? Also, real quick, what is your age? Because you're very young.
Yeah, when I was first diagnosed, I was 33 years old. I'm 39 years old right now. So, and I recently turned 39, by the way. But today, through this whole experience, I'm thankful that I've been able to grow closer to God and have a relationship with Him. And I believe that He still has me here for a reason and a purpose.
He
And
sure does.
yes, and I'm just grateful for that. Trying to keep faith and stay hopeful and be positive, especially because my kids' little eyes are looking at me, and watching me and wanting me to be here and be the best mom I can be. So they give me motivation.
How old are your
And
kids now? Your son, you said, was 7. So
yes,
how old are the girls?
yes. So my son is 7. I have identical twin daughters. They are
Ah,
8 years old. They're soon to be 9. And then my oldest daughter is 13, soon to be 14 years old. Just
okay.
started high school.
Okay. Well, I mean, with the advancements, that's the positive. With the advancements in technology, we're seeing more ladies thrive, especially our stage 4 metastatic breast cancer thrivers and survivors. And you sharing your story is going to help so many people because people can see, oh, wait a minute, it looks like this. Because sometimes we think it looks completely different. And you may have had the same thing too as you got into it. And then you got an organization, Go Gen Go. You're seeing more women going, oh, wait a minute, she looks like me, or she's my same age, and we still have our hair. We're going through, you know what I mean? All of these things.
My hair twice.
Yes. Yes. But what you're saying, like, I'm stage 4, meaning you're still in treatment. So people can kind of, it looks a little different, and it always gives ladies hope that are especially stage 4 metastatic. I know I have a group. I have a lot of ladies I know that are in your same situation with being stage 4, and you're living every day to the fullest, and you're impacting so many people. And what would you share if someone was thinking about, well, maybe I should reach out to Go Gen Go? What would you share about your experience?
I would say definitely go for it. You're going to get nothing but love and support and caring and help. And don't be afraid, don't be shy to reach out. Because like you said, there's so many other people probably in your same situation going through it as well.
Well, thank you. Hopefully, do you get a chance to do the race? Hopefully I can see you at the 5K this year. You know what I mean? I don't know if you participated in the cupcake walk that would have been the week prior to us kicking this off, but there's so many things, so many amazing things. And thank you so much for sharing your story. And we're just going to get the word out of what amazing things that Go Gen Go is doing for our breast cancer thrivers and survivors and families here in the Charlotte area. So all month we're highlighting amazing women, and we're kicking it off with Stellina. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.